Many people have heard the expression, "America runs on Dunkin' Donuts." However, few people know the founder's backstory, William Rosenberg. He dropped out of school in the 8th grade to support his family and became the inventor of numerous inventions. One was franchising, which enabled McDonald's, KFC, Subway, and other chains to thrive. In today's video, we show you the inventor of Dunkin' Donuts, known to be the 8th grade dropout. Make sure you watch till the end of the video and subscribe for more. Here we begin. William Rosenberg, the founder of the international coffee and donut chain Dunkin' Donuts, was born in 1916 in Massachusetts and raised in Boston's Dorchester neighborhood. Rosenberg dropped out of middle school in the 8th grade to support his family, who had lost their family business during the Great Depression. Rosenberg allegedly transported a block of ice to a New Hampshire racetrack as a child and sold ice chips for 10 cents each, earning him $171 in a single day. Rosenberg landed a job driving an ice cream truck where he was 17 years old and worked his way up to management by the time he was 20 after working a variety of jobs, including working as a telegram delivery boy for Western Union when he was just 14 years old. In January 2019, the chain began rebranding as a beverage-led company and was renamed Dunkin'. While stores in the United States began using the new name, the rebranding will eventually be rolled out to all of its international locations. Dunkin' Donuts is one of the world's largest coffee and donut shop chains, with approximately 12,900 locations in 42 countries. It sells donuts, bagels, coffee, and Munchkin's donut holes. How was Dunkin' Donuts born? The origins of Dunkin' Donuts can be traced back to World War II, when Rosenberg worked at the Quincy shipyards and noticed that the workers had few options for lunch. Following the war, Rosenberg borrowed $1,000 and used $1,500 in bonds to establish industrial luncheon services, which serve sandwiches, coffee, donuts, and snacks from old telephone company trucks converted into now what we call food trucks. In 1948, realizing that coffee and donuts accounted for half of its sales, Rosenberg opened Open Kettle in Quincy, Massachusetts, selling coffee for 10 cents and donuts for a nickel. While the shop became quickly a success, earning more than $5,000 per week, Rosenberg was unhappy with the name and decided to change it. The Open Kettle was renamed Dunkin' Donuts in 1950 after it was discovered that customers dunked their donuts in their coffee. Soon after, Rosenberg opened Dunkin' Donuts locations throughout Massachusetts, including Somerville, Natick, Saugus, and Shrewsbury, where customers could watch the bakers make the donuts. Rosenberg credited Howard Johnson and his franchise ice cream store chain with inspiring him to franchise Dunkin' Donuts. The first franchise restaurant opened in Dedham, Massachusetts in 1955, selling 52 different varieties of donuts, enough to have a different special every week of the year. By 1963, the company opened its 100th restaurant, and by 1979, it had expanded to over 1,000 locations. Today, there are over 12,000 locations worldwide, with 3,200 international restaurants in 46 countries. In addition, Dunkin' Donuts is occasionally co-branded with Baskin-Robbins, the other franchise brand owned by parent company Dunkin' Brand Inc. Family succession. At the age of 25, Rosenberg's son Robert took over the chain's management in 1963. The younger Rosenberg, a Harvard Business School graduate, led until 1999. During that time, the company streamlined its menu offerings, switched to paper and styrofoam cups, and introduced muffins, bagels, donut holes, which are Munchkins, croissants, breakfast sandwiches, culottes, and other beverages. In addition to launching a national advertising campaign, Robert changed the store layout from counters with stools to tables and began offering Dunkin' Donuts in unconventional locations. He also began selling franchises to multi-unit operators, as well as satellite locations and later a commissary system, all of which aided growth by eliminating the need for buildings large enough to buy house donut manufacturing and finishing. Dunkin' Donuts rebranding. The evolution of the company continues. At its global franchise convention in Canton, Massachusetts in September 2018, the company announced a brand change, shortening its name to Dunkin'. The new branding was introduced in stores beginning in January 2019, with the assistance of Jones and a trio of agencies, Knowles Ritchie, BBO New York, and ARC Worldwide. The pink and orange color scheme as well as the logo font were retained by the company, both of which were designed in 1973. Our new branding is one of the many things we're doing as part of our growth blueprint to modernize the Dunkin' experience for our customers, said David Hoffman, CEO of Dunkin' Brands and president of Dunkin' Donuts in a statement. We believe that our efforts to transform Dunkin' Donuts while embracing our incredible heritage will keep our brand relevant for future generations. In addition to the branding changes, the company, which is the top donut retailer in America with more than $2.9 billion in annual sales, installed an 8-headed tap system for cold drinks and increased its emphasis on mobile orders, adding a special mobile order drive-through lane. The International Franchise Association. Although Dunkin' Donuts is Rosenberg's most well-known commercial achievement, his work in founding and shaping the International Franchise Association is where his greatest impact is still felt today. Rosenberg challenged a dozen franchisors gathered around a coffee table in a Chicago kitchen in 1959 to each invest $100, and the IFA was founded in 1960. At the time, franchising was tainted by bad practices and a slew of scams. Litigation was on the rise, as were legislative efforts to address the issues. Rosenberg was dedicated to ensuring that the franchise model improved as a result of the experiences and franchisors and franchisees. In order to achieve this goal, he was instrumental in establishing the International Franchise Association Education Foundation in the 1980s. In addition to courses developed for its members, the foundation has a course of studies that, when completed, offers Certified Franchise Executive certification, making it the primary source of continuing research and education for franchising on a global scale. Working with legislatures, the IFA was able to assist in the creation of laws that benefited both franchisors and franchisees, thereby cleaning up problems in franchising and shaping it into what it is today. Today, franchising is used in over 120 different industries, and the IFA is working to improve franchising performance for both franchisors and franchisees. Rosenberg's later years. Later in life, William Rosenberg became involved in harness horse racing and established Wilrose Farm in New Hampshire, which he donated to the State University in 1980, which later sold the farm and endowed the William Rosenberg Chair in Franchising and Entrepreneurship, the first such faculty position in the university world. Rosenberg died on September 20, 2002 at 86 from colon cancer. The brand also had various criticism. A customer founded Dunkin' Donuts org in 1997 to allow disgruntled customers and employees to file complaints about the company. Before being purchased by Dunkin' Donuts in 1999, the site appeared ahead of the company's website in many search engines and received national media coverage. One of Dunkin' Donuts' franchisees accused the company of forcing single-store owners to agree to a buyout at a loss for minor infractions. From 2006 to April 2008, Dunkin' Donuts sued franchise owners 154 times. McDonald's was involved in 5 lawsuits during the same period. Subway, which has 4 times as many locations as Dunkin' Donuts, has sued its franchisees 12 times. Franchisees claim that the company's business strategy necessitates the majority of multi-unit franchisees. After receiving reports of possible salmonella poisoning at a supplier's facilities, the company temporarily halted the sale of 2 of its products, the Dunkachino and hot chocolate. In 2009, Dunkin' Donuts claims that none of the beverages were contaminated, but the recall was carried out for its customer safety. Dunkin' Donuts was chastised in May 2010 for advertising Free Iced Coffee Day on its national Facebook page, even though the event was only held in 13 cities. Due to the promotion's limited scope, many customers were dissatisfied with the lack of free iced coffee and vented their rage on the Dunkin' Donuts Facebook page. In 2013, the Thai Dunkin' Donuts chain used an advertisement featuring a photograph of a woman in black face paint to promote its new chocolate-flavored donuts. The company was chastised for the advertisement, in which Human Rights Watch described as bizarre and racist. Nancy Lewis of Canton, Connecticut started a petition in January 2014 to request that Dunkin' Donuts donate their unsold food to local shelters and food banks in her area after noticing her local shop throwing away large amounts of unsold food regularly. She claims that because the company has no official policy regarding the distribution of unsold food items to shelters or food banks, and employees are not permitted to take any home, many affiliates simply throw everything away. What do you think about the inventor of Dunkin' Donuts? Let us know your views in the comments below.